I mean, no city is ever fully prepared for a hurricane, right? No city ever wants it, or any town. But Tampa is especially at risk, and you know why. It's because of all of the water and the storm surge you were talking about. I want to swing around this way. I mean, take a look. This is a lot of the roads here in Tampa are just like this, right next to the water, and those are going to get cut off and flooded pretty quickly. The last time they had a hurricane here was in 1921. There were about 135,000 people that lived here. That's it. Today, 3 million people, nearly 3 million. And that is why Tampa is so vulnerable right now.
Hurricane Irma bearing down, causing major destruction and flooding all over the Caribbean and Florida. Wow. Now heading right toward Tampa, a potential disaster. According to a study by the World Bank, Tampa is the 7th most vulnerable city in the world for damage. Why? It's a low-lying area with water surrounding it, from the Gulf of Mexico to Tampa Bay.
A lot of the neighborhoods around here were built on dredge and fill material that was, just a few feet above sea level, so a little bit of storm surge can wreak a lot of havoc.
So what would that look like? NOAA once did a full-scale mock-up. If a Category 3 hurricane swooped into Tampa Bay, more than 9 feet of water would cover these areas. For a Category 4, the flooding gets worse. And if a Category 5 rolls through, this entire section of the city would be underwater. City officials estimate nearly 500,000 homes would be destroyed, nearly 2,000 people killed.
How bad could this potentially get?
If the storm comes up the west coast of Florida at just the right speed, at just the right angle, there could be 12 to 15 feet of storm surge above normal high tide.
And it's not just homes at risk. If people get hurt during the storm and they need help, they're going to have to come here to Tampa General Hospital. It's the biggest hospital in this city and one of the biggest hospitals in the entire state. But it's built here on an island. Yes, this is an island, and let me show you how you have to get in. Through these low-lying bridges. Yeah, you need to take this low-lying bridge here, and experts say this may get cut off pretty early into the storm with the storm surge. The hospital says they plan to operate during the storm, but they have an evacuation plan, and they may need it.
Officials say the city's infrastructure isn't equipped for a storm like Irma, so we went straight to the mayor of Tampa at the city's emergency command center.
Why is this city so vulnerable? Why haven't the infrastructure changes been made?
We're a city that's on the water. We're a city that our topography is low. In the 1970s, the federal government basically washed their hands of local jurisdictions. And so we've been basically duct taping our infrastructure together for decades.
You worried about this storm and how it's going to impact this city, considering all the infrastructure problems?
I'm worried about the storm in general, infrastructure notwithstanding. I mean, this is a storm unlike any other storm Florida has ever faced. It's more intense than Andrew. It's bigger than Andrew. It's coming to a place that has avoided a direct hit for 90 years.
Now it's a waiting game with Tampa in the crosshairs.
The wind and the rain are kicking up here, and we are not getting the worst of this until tonight and overnight, so we are all bracing. I was in our hotel. We checked into a hotel. One of them was about to be evacuated, so we checked into another one and found some rooms. I met some families there, and there are a lot of people here in Tampa who lived in Miami and lived in Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach, and they came here to Tampa to get away from the storm because everyone thought it was coming to the East Coast. But now here they are right in the middle of it all over again. We talked about how low-lying this area is, surrounded by all the water. We showed you that road over there. I want to zoom in. I know it's very far away, Bill, but these are the kinds of bridges that we are talking about, all very low here in Tampa, and that is why all of those studies show that this city is one of the most risky in the entire country, some would say the entire world, of a storm like this. The officials say they're ready. They're doing the best job they can. They have drainage issues here. They have infrastructure issues here. So it's something we're all going to be watching, and this will be a very dangerous spot to be, guys, in just a few hours when the storm comes in and this water is all pushed right on land.
Jeff, thank you so much.